Take a long, slow breath in, and let it out. Gently, feel the warmth around your eyes, your cheeks, your chest. Let your shoulders drop, let your hands grow heavy, like old velvet resting on stone. The day is done, the world can wait. Now is your time. For stillness. Feel the quiet settle around you, like the hush of a candlelit tower. Our story tonight begins. In a round stone turret, high above a sleeping village, a boy named Alaric leans on the windowsill, his parchment spread wide, his quill ready. Outside, the stars shimmer over snowy rooftops. He whispers each constellation as he sees it. Orion, Cassiopeia, just as 13th century stargazers once did. Each line he draws is a lullaby to the sky. And now, dear listener, let's float with him into a night where stars were signs, and dreams were written in ink. The candle flickers softly in the corner of the stone room. Its flame bends and wavers, dancing shadows across the walls. The stone is cool beneath Alaric's bare feet, but the tower is quiet, and the wind tonight is kind. The abbey below has gone still. The monks have sung their final prayer. The kitchens are dark. The bells have long since stopped. But up here, in the turret, the stars are just beginning. Alaric spreads his parchment over the long wooden table. He smooths its edges gently with ink-stained fingers, then lifts his quill, a long feather, black as night, cut sharp at the tip. The ink in his jar glistens faintly, a mixture of iron gold and wine, just like the monks taught him, and when he dips the quill, it sighs, ever so softly, as if it, too, is ready to begin. Outside, the sky stretches wide and endless, a velvet dome of midnight blue. No lanterns, no torches, just starlight pure and silver scattered across the heavens. In the 12th century, before maps were made with compasses or telescopes, men like Alaric looked up and made the sky their book. Each constellation, a sentence, each star. Alaric draws slowly. He begins with Orion the Great Hunter, his belt of 3 stars shining straight and true. Then he traces Ursa Major the Great Bear, his nose turned gently toward the North Star. He hums softly as he works, a tune passed down from Brother Alaric, who believed each constellation had its own sound, its own whisper, if only you were still enough to hear it. The candle flame sways again, and Alaric glances at the window. Outside, a light snow has begun to fall. The flakes float like feathers, silent and silver. He smiles. He loves the snow. It makes the world softer, quieter, like the stars are leaning in. Just a little closer tonight. He adds Cassiopeia 5 stars, bent like a crown. Then he carefully marks the phases of the moon on the edge of his chart. Did you know, in medieval times, farmers believed that the waxing and waning of the moon affected the growth of crops, garlic, beings old, planted by the pull of the moonlight. So monks, like those in Alaric's abbey, often charted the heavens not just for knowledge, but for food, for survival, for harmony with the world. Alaric pauses. He steps to the narrow arched window and leans his elbows on the sill. From here, he can see the fields far beyond the abbey walls. Just dark shapes now, white with snow, lined with winter hedges. He wonders what it must be like to walk through them in the moonlight, with no sound but the creak of boots and the hoot of an owl. Behind him, the candle burns lower. The room grows warmer. He returns to the table, just one last star to draw. A falling star, which he saw while climbing the tower stairs. He marks it with a gold, not real gold, of course, but ochre and egg yolk mixed in the scriptorium and left to dry for days. It catches the candlelight and glows just slightly like the real thing. Some say falling stars were others believed they were angels descending, or wishes being carried to the heavens. Alaric doesn't know what to believe, but when he saw that star, he made a wish anyway. The whole world a quiet one, for peace, for sleep, to feel the stillness he feels now. He sighs again, not a tired sigh, but the kind of sigh that feels like a warm cloak settling across your shoulders. He lays the quill down. He rolls the parchment loosely and places it in the leather tube beside his cot. Then, he climbs onto the bed, a narrow thing, built into the corner of the turret wall. It creaks softly beneath him. He pulls the wool blanket over his chest, pulls it high, tucks it beneath his chin, and for just a moment, he watches the candle as it flickers down to its end. Outside, the stars are still watching, still writing their silent stories. And Alaric, he lets his eyelids fall, lets his breath slow, lets the sky draw him in. And now, dear listener, you are in that tower too, wrapped in wool, cradled in candlelight, surrounded by old stone and quiet dreams. Your breath is slow, your thoughts gentle. You've mapped your stars for the night, you've found your wish, and now you can rest, sleep now. The sky will be here when you wake. The stars will wait.